Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Krita, and this is Feed the Beast Interactions. Hi. Hello. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty fantastic. Because, look at that shiny thing. Might be a visual glitch, because at certain angles it doesn't, and certain angles it does. But in any case, it tells me that that is a fine, mighty little thing. This is our first sets of pristine Enderman matter. Oh boy. And yeah, it's totally operational down here. Right there. Brilliant. Enderman data, it's already advanced. It's starting to slowly produce a few of the little fellas. Output, oh yeah. We do have to automate it really quick. Not a big deal. So we're just going to grab a hopper if I can slow down for a moment to do that. Reach in here, and oh, there's one. We'll just grab that one. Right? Because what I've found is if you try and extract from a system that doesn't want to, like if this has this in it and the polymer clay, it gets really confused trying to extract out of the simulation chamber, or machines for that matter. That's why my systems over here, they get really buggy sometimes with the extraction modules. So I've taken to supplying them only with one thing, so that they're a little bit less confluffled. And man, I'm gonna miss these guys. What we really want to do is replace them, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I got distracted, right? Pristine Enderman matter. Why is this so good? Well, first of all, the extraterrestrial matter, once we figure out how to do stuff with it, we can make end steel, which is pretty fantastic. First, we need tungsten. We can get ender pearls, ender air bottles, and ender biotite, whatever the heck that is, not to mention experience. Or we can just shift right click, right? Boom, 3 levels from level 56 all the way to 59. That's a lot of experience. But these little fellas give you ender pearls. So many ender pearls, 32 right there. So many, in fact, that once this thing is running a little bit more speedy-like, we could probably see if we can, I think we would have to, what is it, not alloy smelter, but we do have that option. We could probably put it in a cutting saw, start getting a whole bunch of little nice things. Or we could macerate it, like so, and toss it in an electrolyzer for beryllium and potassium if we needed that, right? It's an option. There's a lot of fantastic stuff, including all, and I mean all, of the item conduits we'll need moving forward. So we don't have to feel as skimpy about these. We can just go, 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 and be quite happy. Now, I am standing in front of a whole bunch of new machines. They're the exact same machines as up there, except 2 tiers up. These are going to use HV energy, and I'm really excited about that. Speaking of which, I really want to check something right here. Okay, I don't see the nitro diesel going down, because I think it's being provided by this stuff. Yes, perfect. I set up a wireless system for this, so we can put our HV energy anywhere we want. We also have glowstone coming in and provided by our LP system, and we have the diesel coming in wirelessly as well, along with the, I know we need it, where did it go? I thought we needed starlight for something. If we needed it, that's being provided as well. It is pretty fantastic. Diesel, was it for this? For Tetra? Maybe I don't have it being provided properly. For cetane, for infused nitro. Was it this guy? I don't think so. Oh, it is this fella. We need to put some starlight in here. So let's see if we can find a GPS tracker, and you can do this process with me real quick. We're going to just slap a shift right click on that, and then we're going to go up, 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 all the way up to Olympus up here. And right here we have another little, you know, fluid transfer node. Who is that being provided to? In any case, that is now going to have it going into the spot over here. And I think I can fly. I can. There we go. We'll just fall right down here. Now this guy has all of the liquid starlight he's ever going to need. In fact, we just saw it be automatically filled there. And as long as we provide it little bits of lithium here and there, this will provide us all of the diesel we need to operate these guys because of these fellas, right? Detect target block. Unnamed target block. These are where it's going. It's going directly into these tanks and being provided into this system. But if I can manage it, I would prefer that we use battery power via these large cadmium batteries or another type of battery. And this is providing all the energy in for right now from our newly hidden turbines back here, right? I just wanted to tuck it in here. This is a nice little workshop. Hi, all you chickens. How you guys doing? Yes, yes. Because I think this just looks nicer. If everything is contained and it's not all over the place, this looks a whole lot cleaner now. All you see is the MV line and the newly created HV line. I might do the same thing with the diesel. Not sure yet. But speaking of batteries, I think that it would be really nice if we had a bigger buffer. But I want to keep using these 1x signalum cables because they're nice, right? Why is signalum cables so good, you might ask? Well, they're part of the getting amped without loss. They're the lossless cable line, and they are pretty fantastic. And they're not too tricky to make either, right? You know, just wire mill, signalum ingot, blast furnace with nitrogen, you know, the good old stuff. Now, the astute of you might have noticed that we're currently missing a machine here. We're missing the furnace, and that requires Cantham, which is not something I'm ready to make right now. So for right now, I'm probably going to put a MV furnace in here and start her up. But first, I want to do some magic. What I would really like to make is a blood altar. But for that, we need an obsidian skull, which is basically a wither skeleton skull. Well, we have a few options here, right? We could either go for the wither rib from pristine stuff and some skeleton skulls. That's an option. We could do the pristine wither skeleton matter in this. Or we could make the sword that I should have made a long time ago and, you know, just never got around to making it. I don't know if I'll use it, but, you know, it's a cool looking sword, and me want it, you know? Gimme. So we're gonna jump down here. I've already prepared the recipe, and I really don't know if I'm actually gonna use it. Because as an alternative, I set up the pristine wither skulls as well. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, how many do these give? 16 of them. Yeah, we're going with this method. I made the sword just for giggles, because it beheads skeletons and scorches them black, which is kind of cool sounding. I might try that on my own. Now the question is, do I have any, like, proper skulls? TTT? If I don't, then I will use the Skullfire sword. It just depends on whether or not I have any normal skulls. U and TTT. No skeleton skulls in my sight, so it looks like we'll have to go and kill some. Not a big deal. One cool thing is that we did find a twilight cloak, so if we get in pitch black, this is not quite pitch black, we can still be seen, but if we get in absolute darkness, 0, not even any moonlight, then we can go invisible, and the skeletons won't see us. Pretty good for doing dungeons. The only issue is it does require that complete darkness factor, and I'll prove that using this space right here. If I open up my inventory, you can't see me at all, And see how I disappear right there, right? You can see me, and then you couldn't, not just because it wasn't dark, but because I actively pretty much wasn't there. Hehe. It gets awfully dark out there, so it's important to remember your night vision potion. The only issue is this one has 60 minutes on it, and it does give everything a bit of a pink or like a yellowish texture, which I'm not super crazy about. But we'll test it out. Let's see. Test out this thing. Ooh, that was really easy. Sweet. And here is our obsidian skull. Fantastic. I believe this acts as a bauble as well. Grants you immunity from low fire damage. But because we have so much fire protection, we're pretty much okay in that category. Not too worried about it. We do need the obsidian skull. I think it was... Well, we can turn this into an obsidian skull ring. And it just works as a ring. You can put it in your bauble area. And then we could even potentially obsidian water walker boots. Are they stronger somehow? I might check that out at some point. Maybe those are already the type that we have. I'm getting distracted by everything right now. Okay, we do have obsidian water walker boots. I might want to try that on lava for giggles. Would that work? In any case, what we really want is to make a demonic thingamabob right here. And we might need some rock wool and go find our demonic will. I believe we did find some for a quest at some juncture, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. If not, we can always make some snares and go get some. Now that is an interesting recipe. The only rock wool we can make is with gray, light gray specifically, and in a mixer. Didn't really think that was going to be a thing, but hey, you know what? Something happens like that every day. Not a big deal. Just sort of move along. And hey, it has a quest with it. Sweet. I think that's more than enough for us to proceed with that. What were we crafting? This thing. Yeah, easy. So I had a feeling, right? I had a feeling that CraigTech / the Modpack developers probably tinkered with how to get blood. So I was looking around, right? We usually need blood magic, like a sacrificial dagger thingy. Yeah, this thing disabled, creative disabled. We could make a dagger of sacrifice, but that requires infusion, which right now I'm not into that quite yet. We could, but you know, it's not the way. And I was looking around. Ah, digital mob agonizer. This is an add-on which allows us to use deep mob learning to hopefully get blood into the altar. So I got some stuff together. I'm hoping that this is everything we need, and I'm also hoping it's maybe nighttime. Oh, is that the sun or the moon? That's the sun. Hopefully we have enough time here. So let's pop that in here, grab out our resonating wand before the sun gets too high. Where's the wand? I can never find it. Hello, wand? There it is. Right. Get that all sped up, please. There's our agonizer. And I believe we also need one of these little guys. Perfect. Hopefully this will operate how we are to be expecting, and everything will be okay. So this suggests that we use as a CEU LV, which is nice. I can just plug that into our system, and not the MV system. We can plug this into our LV system, and we can see if how this works. So where's a nice spot with a line that's not utilized too much and won't get too hurt. All right, where, oh where, maybe right up there. Place it down and then it'll come out. That should be okay. Yeah, so CEU, you're gonna go right there. Now it has power. Perfect. And we'll put the agonizer right there. And no linked portal. or blood alter. So let's just place that down like so. We'll, what, right click? Is that linked? Clear target, no agonizer target, link while sneaking. No agonizer target. Oh. There we go. Set agonizer linked. We put that in, and theoretically, it should work. No data module, no linked alter. To link this machine to an alter. Sure looks linked to me. So maybe I just need to put in, is it the stuff we just got as a quest reward? The matter? Oh, okay. No data model. So we need to give it a reasonable data model. We have enough spider stuff for quite some time, so let's give it a spider guy. Maybe that'll work. Plug you in. 102 megabuckets. No linked alter to link this machine to an alter. To link to an alter. Linked alter to target resonator. Okay. So now this is putting in 102 megabuckets per iteration, maybe? Alter has 0 sacrifice runes. Yeah, I know. We'll figure that out later. And now this has some life essence in it. Nifty. Not sure why it goes down every now and then. Maybe we can figure that out in time. Maybe it just leaks. That is certainly possible. And now we should be able to start making other stuff. First tier of slates used in many basic stuff. Oh, okay, so we need to get life essence out of there somehow and combine it with some arcane stones, which is a lot of nacra blocks and nocturnal powder. The nice thing is that I think I've been getting nocturnal powder from dungeons that I've been exploring, right? Here's 8 of them. Perfect. So I'm gonna wait a little bit and try and tinker around with this a little bit, see why this might be losing blood every now and then. All right, so I figured out a few things. The blood altar has a secret compartment in it, which holds life essence. It says right there that it has 10,000 megabuckets of life essence. I think that's a lie. There's a secret compartment, and even if I break this barrel, which it's currently pouring into, it will just drain a little bit. See, 20 at a time, going down. And that's okay. Eventually it stops. I did observe it stopping, so eventually it gets full enough to the point where no longer it will do that. But this thing outpaces it easy peasy, and we have extraterrestrial matter up the wazoo. No problem. So here, right now this is at 34,760, so if we place this down, we'll see it jump up real quickly and then go back to 20 at a time. It jumped up real quick because there was a secret reservoir in here that was being filled, and eventually it gets full itself, but I'm draining it into the stainless steel drum because I saw something very nice. If we take these fantastic life essence buckets, which really should be in a reservoir, but you know, whatever. And we're gonna plonk them down into a here. How do I shift click with a filled, will fill, will empty. No, that didn't seem to work at all. But we're gonna just plonk these into this mixer along with 10 redstone and 10 nether wart. Why you no work? You should work. Come on, buddy. We'll check it with the nether wart. That's a lot fewer recipes. HV, life essence, 5, 10, 10. It's advanced 2. Mixer. Mixer. Why don't you work her? Maybe it needs 10 and precisely 10. Maybe it needs 6 buckets. Maybe it's confused. Let's find out. Ah, see, I don't like it when you can barely see something. That is not fun at all. So it needs some gelled toluene, which is something that we kind of skipped over previously. I couldn't find a real reason to do it, but now, yeah, kind of important. So I might just grab a distillery, get some toluene, and get it into the fluid form so that we can then make the gelled toluene. That shouldn't be so bad, and then we'll plonk it in there. It's not going to take much of this toluene, so we'll just pull that out and jump on upstairs to a fluid solidifier. There we go, ball mold. Thank you very much. Preferably with a cadmium battery. We only need a few of these. Yoink yoink. Da da da. 3, 4. Yeah, 4 will do. And quest complete. Gelled toluene. Does that mean that we can start making TNT or something? Is that a thing? LV, some sulfuric acid, TNT. Ooh, very nice. But first, we're going to toss that in to the advanced mixer and cookie. Come on. Let us get something very fancy indeed. This is going to enable us to get some mighty wonderful things, if I remember correctly. We can make infinity reagents. These little fellas, graphite dust, obsidian, some medium covalence, oh, that's not a problem. We can start using the infinity reagents for chickens. We can make a concrete chicken, a fluorine one. Well, maybe not quite yet. It's possible. We might be able to make a resonating chicken. That is a good question. I don't know where to find Dew of the Void, but, you know, figure it out. How do we get that? That is a very good curiosity question. That, I think, is quite far away. The Fluix one, yeah, not right now, but apatite, that's possible. We know how to make nacre, exquisite apatite, fantastic. Don't think that one. Liquid nightmares, we should definitely be able to make that once we have demon blood shards. So that's a distance away. Space chicken, stellar stuff, unstable. Yeah. But in any case, we should at least be able to get one chicken. And this is the key to quite a few. Fantastic. Another thing that I wanted to look at was to see if we can make one of these fantastically wonderful Hellfire forges. And we're just tossing in a Fangadum gem. Not the blue ones. The blue ones are important. Speaking of which, is there any? No. Jump down, and we'll see if this thing is operational. Let's just, can we tick accelerate it? It looks like we can. There we go. We have our first weak blood orb. I'm not entirely too sure if we can use this by right-clicking and it does anything for us. Does it hurt our armor? That's a good question. No, looks okay. We have some pretty fantastic ways of having regeneration, particularly just natural regen. So slapping that isn't too bad of an issue. A little bit concerned about how that's getting practically no blood. Oh, interesting. So I sped this guy up quite a bit, and I bet that improved the speed at which it put liquid into its secret compartment and then into the stainless drum, because now this has a lot in it. Very nice. But with this blood orb, we should be able to make one of the very first items, seared bricks. I totally had those in my inventory at some point, and I must have just dumped them. Seared brick, please, and thank you. Here are, yeah, see, boom, not a problem. Little secret crafting bench down there. I like the secret crafting benches. They make me quite happy. Let's pull that, and we keep that. Perfect. And we can slap down a Hellfire Forge. We're going to have to find a spot for this, but, you know, temporary solutions are fantastic. It gives us a steak thingamabob along with a petty tartaric gem thing, a madbobber doohickey thing. So we just have to slap that onto a iron sword, and that should give us a sentient sword. Uses demon will to unleash its full potential. Yeah, so I think that's how we get a really nice continuous source of demon will, and we can charge that lesser thingamabob. It's been a while since I did this mod. Pack. Another one that I want to look at is if we jump on up here and come over to here. I already set up the crafting window for the alchemy table. Ooh, fancy. Apparently I was supposed to get that first before these little fellas. My bad. Terrible job of me. Let's slap that down. It's a 2-block thing, and we can start getting some fancy things in this. So I have absolutely no idea how that works, and we'll have to figure it out together probably. Alchemy. Let's take a look at what it can do in here. We can make leather, simple lengthening thingamabobbers, whole bunch of weird stuff that I don't know what they do. Should I have made a simple thingamabob in here instead of out there? Hard to say. That seemed pretty darn easy in a mixer. Is there anything awesome and fantastic? I'm not seeing all that much. But it's probably just due to my lack of knowledge. Yeah. I think in between episodes, I'm going to work on a few of these runes. A few of them are easy, and most of them look like they're going to be quite tricky. I am curious about the sacrifice one, Rune of Sacrifice. Yeah, we're not getting that anytime soon, but we can get a blank rune, and maybe a blank runes it is. Can we chisel them? Oh, we can. Nice. Should be easy enough to get these. We know how to we have the mixer set up. We can have all sorts of arcane stone. That's not too tricky. However, I accidentally went over time. This is going to be the end of the episode. I hope you've had a good time. Bye! And, yeah, have a good one. Bye. I'm really enjoying all this. I hope you are too. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah.